So, I've had some computer problems where my system was just randomly crashing. Which is why I haven't been around much. Sorry about that. I think I've got it fixed now. Finally. Today, let's talk a bit about our first knowledge point and the need for an active golden experience farm. I want to be able to reduce the downtime between vaults as much as possible. Let's face it, running vaults is much more fun than preparing to run vaults. So I want to automate all of the suck. But first, after running about a dozen vaults, we're finally at the point where we can make a knowledge star and get our first research. Making a star takes a lot of material. You need 9 star essences to make a star shard, 8 star shards, and 1 star core, which requires a vault diamond block, which is 9 vault diamonds, 4 perfect Larimar, which are 4 Larimar gems each, and then another 4 Larimar gems in order to make the star core. Once we can make this, we can consume our knowledge star. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. We did this right on stream as the computer crashed. So I can't do it live. But let's talk about what we did anyway. In the researches, you will see that there are a variety of different types between storage, decoration, etc., etc. One of these things is not like the others. The way Vault Hunters is set up is there's one group of researches you get for free, and that's the decoration section here. Each point you take in this is going to lower a points of all the rest of the researches. Now, we 100% want danks as our first real investment, so we're going to pick stuff in decorations until we get danks down to 1. It ends up being the same number of points, but we get free stuff. Now, to start, we took more lights because I hate torch spam. Now that we've got more lights, let's show it off. We've made a couple of changes down here, including making a much better home for our villager friends. Now, the cool thing is, these are lights. These are lights. These are lights. All of these are lights. The cool thing is that we can light up an environment like this and make it completely mob-proof, but we don't have to have torch spam. These blocks 100% count as lights. You see the client light on the left-hand side is showing that this is a fully lit block. So it doesn't look like it, but it does provide enough light to prevent mob spawning. But let's get to the real part of today's episode, gold. To start, we need to find a specific biome that isn't always easy to find in Vault Hunters, and that's a Crimson Waste. But those are everywhere, I hear you saying. Not in this mod pack. You can see here what our map is of what we've explored so far of the Nether in our area, and none of this is Crimson Wastes. In fact, the nearest one was about 2,000 blocks away. If this becomes super frustrating to you, as it often does to me, you can do what I did. Load up your seed in a creative world. Now we're in a creative copy of our world, and we can use the command locate biome. And what we want to find is a nether waste. This tells us exactly where the nether waste is, and will even let us teleport directly to it. Now, we'll do that for right now, but this is not how we're going to get here, because that's too cheaty, and we don't do that here. More power to you if you want to. Now you can see that this biome is definitely intersected with another biome called Brimstone Caverns, so we need to be a little careful about where we're going to choose to put it. This looks like a pretty good spot, so let's write down the coordinates and go back to our normal world to actually get here legitimately. So we've dug all the way up to the nether roof and found ourselves a block that is at 127. And you can see by the targeted block on the right that we've got the right coordinates. Before you go any further, make sure you have obsidian, flint and steel, and some TNT, or else you're gonna have a bad time. Take your ladder and climb all the way up to the very top. Position yourself so that you're right at the intersection of the 2 blocks. Take an ender pearl, throw it through. You will pass through, and now you're on the nether roof. Congratulations. If you don't have any obsidian at this point, you're dying to get back. Literally. X marks the spot, and you can see that we are now in the nether wastes. Let's build ourselves a portal. Now that we've built our portal, what we're going to do is we're going to leave a piece of TNT here and light it as we're going through the portal. Going through the portal and detonating TNT takes the same amount of time. So as long as you do it when you're already transferring, you'll be okay. Let's do it. This is a really unfortunate spawning location. Well, we've spawned in the middle of nowhere, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to toss an item through the portal, which it will vanish. And this will load the Nether and allow the TNT to explode. Now, when we throw a piece through again, you'll see nothing happens, and that tells us there's no active portal on the other side. So it's now safe to go through, and we should end up in our Crimson Waste. And here we are. Pretty much exactly where we wanted to end up. Down there is our area. The gold farm we're going to build is by ENXO4, who is an amazing farm designer that focuses on simplicity over efficiency. I've made a link to the farm in the description. This will be more than enough gold to do what we want for the short term, but we're definitely going to come back and fix the collection system so that we can actively AFK rather than having to be present. But that's another episode. Let's take a super speed potion and build this thing out.
A few moments later.
So, that was easier than I expected. That literally went so fast, there was no point in setting up to record for it. I think this whole farm took us about 20 minutes to make. Huge kudos to ENXO4 because this is really easy to build, and it's pretty productive, as you can see by the sheer number of piglins behind us. So as you can see, this repairs our equipment pretty fast. It's a pretty efficient experience farm on top of generating gold, which is incredibly, incredibly valuable in Vault Hunters itself. Basically, with this much gold at our fingertips, we have potions for days. We could even probably take golden apples into the vaults. Normally, I would hop on a camera account and show you how this farm works, but ENXO4's tutorial is so good, there's no way I can top it. So once again, I'll just link it in the description, and you can check it out for yourself. You know, I think we're gonna be okay for gold for a while. Just a hunch. The other thing we made in order to maximize our uptime of being in vaults is this, which is an auto potion brewer for splash potions of healing. I've covered this in depth in another episode, so I'll link that in the upper right-hand corner now. Basically, what this does is anytime that you take a number of potions from this chest, it will auto-restart brewing and brew more potions of healing of the same type. So literally, all you have to do is take them out of the chest, and we're ready to run a vault instantly. Now that we have basically unlimited golden apples, because we have an unlimited amount of gold, this allows us to have basically infinite potions, which is kind of awesome. So one thing I literally just discovered as we were recording this is that Twerker works on trees. I did not realize this, and oh my gosh, would it have increased my tree farming speed quite a bit. So I wanted to share and let you all know, if you ever require logs as part of your vaults, or you just need more wood, Twerker good. Twerk all the trees. And with that, we're going to call it an episode today. As a reminder, I donate all the profits I make off of this to local food banks. So if you've enjoyed or otherwise gotten something valuable out of today, I would really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, or tell a friend. Together, we can help people that are in need. I hope you have the most wonderful of days, and I'll see you soon.